Hey, everybody. Good morning. It is Wednesday, I think. Is that right? No, Tuesday. I don't know. It's Tuesday. Yeah, let's try again. Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday. It's May 5th. And this is the Kitten Academy Daily Close-Up Stream. Thank you for joining us. And this is Logan Berry, and I started with him for two reasons. One is that I want to try walking into the kitten room, the annex again today, and see if I can do a better job of filming the little kittens making all their noises and running out to see me. And secondly, because Logan Berry and Custard went to the vet yesterday, and I know a lot of people want to know how that came out. And also because Loganberry happened to be right here and he took an excellent photo for the thumbnail for this stream, so how could I not start with him? So the quick answer, hi, Beep. Beep here heard me talking and came. Where were you? Oh, and there's Claxon also. Hi. Okay. So the quick answer to how is Loganberry and how is Custard is we don't know yet. What we did yesterday was we took their blood for a blood work, and also we took some urine from Loganberry to make sure that he doesn't have a UTI. But all of that has to be sent out and tested, and we should hear the results back today, later today. And that means that tomorrow I'll be able to tell you how they are, but not today. I hope that makes sense. However, there was one cute thing that happened. Hi, Foggy. There was one cute thing that happened at the vet yesterday. We're doing this new protocol at the vet because of the whole sheltering idea. And so when you get to the vet now, what they do is they have you put your cat carriers at the front door. You call them first. You say, "Hey, I'm here." They say, "Okay, bring your cats up," and you put your cat carriers at the front door, and then you walk away, and then they come out and they take the cat carriers in, and then they do the exam. And our vet, their exam room happens to be facing the parking lot with a big window. So if you want to, you can sit right there in the parking lot and participate in the exam through the window, which is kind of cool, actually. It's a really nice setup that Dr. Katz has. Um, but I don't bother with that because it's just, I don't need to stand there and watch what she's doing. I already know the whole routine. Um, and she'll also call and talk to you on the phone through the whole thing. And I'm like, no, just call me back when you're done. So, we have an understanding. But the cute thing then is that she did her initial exam of Loganberry and Custard. She let them, I guess, both out of their carriers and did their little initial exam. And then she called me on the phone and she said, I checked them both out. They both seem okay. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to take some blood. We're going to take the urine and all that stuff. But she says, okay, she said, this is strange though. The first thing that happened, I let them both out of the carrier and Loganberry went over and started grooming Custard. I'm like, because she knows that they're there because Custard picks on Logan. So she's like, this doesn't make any sense to me. I said, well, actually, it's exactly how they are. I guess, maybe I didn't tell you the story clearly enough, but Loganberry has always been a sweetheart, and he'll groom Custard any chance he gets. He'll groom any of the other faculty. He grooms the kittens. Like, he's just a sweetie pie. But it's Custard then that is the one that starts all the trouble. But she really was not expecting to open the carriers and have Loganberry come out and immediately start grooming Custard. She's like, what is going on? This doesn't make any sense. So I thought that was a funny story. But anyway, we'll have the results of that tomorrow. This is Eddie, by the way, and this is Smokey, who yesterday I think I might have referred to as Maggie or vice versa. Somebody was saying that, and then I didn't correct myself. And I do this all the time. I get people's kittens and people's names wrong. I guess people too, but mostly the cats because they're the ones I talk to. Oh man, I get their names mixed up a lot. Normally I catch myself, but I guess I didn't. I didn't catch it yesterday when I did that. And everybody was like, "Oh, it really bothered me." It's like when you play a song and then you don't play the last note. When you get the name wrong and then you don't resolve it. So my apologies to everybody. Anyway, here's a little beeper. Here's a little klaxon. And there's little Foggy. And we need to go see some kittens, don't we? Oh, come on now. Now, Loganberry does start trouble, I should mention, but just not with Custard. He looks like he wants to start something now with Eddie. Hi, Eddie. Hey, bud. And Smokey. And Beep's got to be right in my lap. So I think you guys know also that these kids, the whistles, first off, these kittens are going to the vet tomorrow for their spay. So that's worth mentioning. That's tomorrow. They'll be gone all day at their spay. But you haven't been seeing a whole lot of them on the stream lately anyway, because they now have earned the privilege of being free in the house pretty much all the time. They get to stay out all day. They get to stay out all night. Wow, their mom, Belle. I don't normally see her outside of her room, even though she also has the privilege of coming out anytime she wants. Hi, Belle. Did you think maybe I was giving treats because I was talking so much? She still loves me a lot, but she loves me a lot more when I have treats. She's learned about the kitchen. She hears me cooking in the kitchen. She definitely comes for that to see what's up because she might get something out of it. So anyway, I was saying you don't see a lot of them on the stream lately because they now have free access to the house all the time. Except when I leave the house, then I'll put them up. So it's hard to keep them on the stream unless you are one of our Patreons and watching the faculty stream, but that goes away tomorrow for a couple weeks, so that will also not be an option. That said, they are doing great around the house, and usually I get one or two of them up in the spa all night long, and normally it's Beep. But last night I didn't really see Beep at all. Instead, I saw Klaxon spent the whole night hanging out with me in the spa. I assume Beep and Foggy mostly spent the night with Belle, who likes to sleep in her own room downstairs. However, on that note, we will also be moving them out into the house on, I guess, more. I'm probably going to have to set up a room for them in the second annex as their home base because I want to get, I want to point out, by the way, Custard is right here. Hi, Custard. He's been listening, but he's not participating. I want to get Gab and her gifts down into the main room. And really, the primary motivation for that is to get them down there so that I can fix the annex door, which is the latch on it is not working right, and it still needs to be painted. I can't do that while somebody's in the annex. But also, they're all big and active and probably ready for the main room. And Belle's kids are done with the main room, except for Belle herself, who still likes to sit in there, but she'll get used to another room real easy. So, all of that, the practical upshot of all of that, I guess, is that you haven't seen much of them on the stream lately. You might not see a whole lot of them on the stream going forward. I try to put them on at least a few times a day if you watch the regular Kitten Academy live stream. They do get on there, but just not all the time anymore. And they might soon be losing the main room. So, all right, okay, enough about that. Let's go see those kittens. I'm really surprised that Belle came all the way up here to see us. Now she's going to run back down to her room where she likes to be. Don't worry, she'll get used to a new room real fast. Here's Ari. Hi, Ari. Okay, now I'm going to be quiet for a second. Let's see how much noise these kittens make, if they make any at all. Right after I say hi to Gabby. Hi, Gabby. Hi, I'm coming in. All right. I guess they're not all going to participate unless I start talking. Hi, yes. So Scuttlebutt came right over and jumped on my lap, and now Blarney. Hi, Blarney. And I don't know where Banter is at. Probably in the back of that cow, right? Hi, Gabby. We'll take a look in a second. But now I'm covered in kittens. Last night I moved the new beanbag chair. Thank you to Vicky for sending us the new beanbag chair. I moved that in here, and at least so far, it fits into the old beanbag covers. This gray one is one of the old beanbag covers that we have. It fits actually very well Those beanbag covers were always just a little bit big for the beanbags that we use, even though they say they're for a 4-foot beanbag, and our old beanbags say they're 4-foot beanbags. Seems like it might actually fit the 5-foot one a little bit even better. So that worked out really well, Vicky, and I want to say thank you again for sending us that beanbag. That was very generous and wonderful. And I just can't tell you how great it was to sit in here in the beanbag last night and have all the kittens come up and snuggle on me. I loved it, and I'm really looking forward to doing that some more today. So that beanbag came right in the nick of time because these kittens are at a perfect age for snuggling. And it's good to do that as much as you can so they get used to it and then they grow up into snuggly cats. So, I see some people coming in late asking about how things went with Logan and Custard. We don't know yet. Again, it's all about getting their blood work back, which should happen today. So tomorrow I'll be able to tell you what the actual results were. I should also mention, though, that one of the things, and DJ pointed this out to me, is that everything that Logan has peed on lately is stuff that we know Logan's got a history of choosing to pee on. So in a very real sense, it's my fault for letting him have access to those things and letting him do it. You know, I should have known better. I really should have. That's not what DJ said, by the way. I don't want you to think I told DJ and she's like, oh, you should know better. That's not how the conversation went. But there is some truth to that idea that I really should have known better, and therefore we're going to start making sure that Loganberry and beanbags do not get to share the same space, and that's another reason, oddly enough, to move these kids down to the main room and to get Belle and her kids out of the main room because they have access to the whole house, and as long as they're using the main room as their base, I can't have a beanbag chair in the main room because it's open and Logan can go in there and pee. But if I move them, say, into the second annex as their main home base, I can keep that door closed with a beanbag in there, or I can just have the beanbag in here and in the main room, and they don't have a beanbag at all, or whatever. It's easier to manage, is my point. So it's just another tiny reason to deal with all that. Right now, the beanbag from the room downstairs is still in what was Brooke's room, the guest bedroom that Brooke had chosen. Speaking of which, I know people are asking how's Brooke, and I told you guys yesterday that I just had to remember to ask when I was in front of a computer, and I forgot to ask when I was in front of a computer, because I think about her a lot, especially as I'm walking around and I see her room and I see her things that she liked, and you know, I'm always thinking about how Brooke is, but then by the time I'm sitting down at a computer, that's not what I'm thinking about. So my mistake. I do need to follow up on that and find out how she's doing, because I want to know. So this is Scuttlebutt, and I know I've said this before, but I never know when new people are watching. Scuttlebutt, you can tell because she is gray with white, and the white, she's got this, like, her whole front part is white. Her two front legs are completely white, and that's a real good indicator, is all the white front legs, whereas Blarney here is also a gray tabby with white, but has the colored legs instead of all white in the front. There you go. That's a good shot. So that's an easy way to tell the two of them apart at a glance. Otherwise, they look pretty similar, I'll admit. Not super similar, but on the regular Kitten Academy live stream, sometimes it can be hard to tell. And then Banter, who is, I see now, over in the giraffe bed, has decided not to get up because she's just lazy like that. It's fine. She's probably all tired out from some banter size. Banter is a brown tabby. She's got a lot of brown in her coloration, so it's really easy to tell her apart. And she also looks much darker on the camera as a result. We'll see her in just a second. These two girls are being too cute. Meep. Yes, I hear you talking to me, Gabby. I think Gabby's going to be really glad to have a bigger room to play in and also access to the living room downstairs. Once they're moved into the main room, we can open the door and let her out to play in the living room. I think she's really going to appreciate that, right? That's going to be great. And I'm holding off a little bit though because I think Belle's kids are going to the vet tomorrow. DJ's coming home tomorrow, and I think it might be better if we have still Belle's kids in a familiar place in the main room when they come back from their surgery for maybe at least that first night. If we don't put them up in the bedroom so we can keep an eye on them, which is also a possibility. But I'm holding off until the surgery's done before we make the big move, just in case we decide that we want them to have that spot that they're really used to as a comfort when they come back. But after that, I think we're all clear to make the move. And I'll have DJ here to help, which will be even nicer. If you guys are still on old news, DJ's coming back tomorrow, probably afternoon or even evening, when I know she was originally scheduled to come home today, but she's taken an extra shift there at the hospital. So that's the story. Oh, in further good news, one of these kittens peed on its own without having mom's help, which is great. And it missed the litter box by only a tiny bit. I think it was actually trying to do the right thing, but we've got the litter boxes here in this sort of secluded area, and instead of peeing in the little kitten litter box, it peed next to the litter boxes in a spot that I think I can really understand why. So it tried. It gets the gold star for trying, and I don't know which kitten it was because I didn't see it. I just found the pee, but good work. That's progress right there. And I moved the litter boxes around a little bit to try to make that an easier thing for them to figure out, I hope. But really excited to see them start to use litter boxes. Hey, Banter, why aren't you participating today? Did you get all tired out this morning? Let's see you. Come here and say hi. Oh, so tired. You look tired. Did you have a big play? What's going on, huh? Tired. I'm sorry I woke you up. Hi. Okay, hi. Yes, hello. She must be really pooped. Hi, Banter. I know, you're just having a nap, and all of a sudden I'm picking you up and bothering you. Oh, hey, something else I wanted to tell you guys about. I waited too long. I'm going to mention this in every close-up this week, which is that our friend Sara Donner, who is also a wonderful kitten foster, she does a weekly live stream special on her YouTube channel. And I can't bring it up without mentioning that her YouTube channel is not safe for kids. I know we try to keep the Kitten Academy very PG, and we try to keep the Kitten Academy SADS-free zone. And neither of those are true of Sara Donner's stream. So I have to mention that in case anybody watches us because we're kid friendly or watches us because we have the no sad policy. So before you go over there, just know that those two things aren't true on Sara Donner's channel. But if you are cool with that kind of thing, I can't recommend her highly enough. She's fantastic. She's talented and clever and a wonderful human being. So she has been doing a weekly live stream since the quarantine started, trying to keep people entertained on Saturday nights at 7 o'clock our time, because she lives not too far from here, I think in Massachusetts now, but not too far off. Anyway, 7 o'clock Saturday night, she does a live stream. It's called Quarantinapalooza, which is very difficult to spell. But if you just look for her YouTube channel, I'm sure you'll find it. And the reason I bring that up is not just because it's a wonderful show, which it is, if you don't mind. Like I said, slightly less restrictive rules than we have here, and maybe something that's really, like I said, not at all safe for kids. Um, the reason I bring it up, though, is she has asked us to come on the show this Saturday night about 7:45. We are going to participate in the Sara Donner Quarantinapalooza. So if you want to check it out on Saturday night, like I said, we'll be on about 7:45. I see some people complaining about static. I don't know what the static on the sound could be, but there is the air purifier running, so let me just turn that off. That's the only real sound in the background. I don't know if that'll help, but if it doesn't, there's nothing I can do. I'll just try to do better tomorrow. Maybe I'll reboot or something. Anyway, what was I saying? I was saying Sara Donner, really great human being, and if it's, like I said, if it's your thing, you can check out her YouTube channel. You can check out her Quarantinapalooza. It's very fun. I think this week is the 9th episode of Quarantinapalooza. So you can go back and watch the old ones, which are full of just really fun stuff. Like I said, she's not only clever, but she's super talented musician. She's the one that did the jingle that we use for our mailbag jingle every Saturday. But that is the least of her talent. Oh my goodness, don't judge her by that. Um, and like I said, we will be on the Quarantinapalooza this Saturday at about 7:45. And like I said, it's not safe for kids. Definitely, yeah, R-rated, like Sleepy Mocha says, which can be a good thing if you're an adult and you don't mind some things that are maybe a little bit more that way. Then you can tune in on Saturday. You can watch the whole Quarantinapalooza at 7 p.m. on Saturday, and you can see presumably me and maybe DJ. I haven't asked DJ yet, so I don't know if she's going to be able to commit to it. But she wants us to do a question and answer session on the Quarantinapalooza. It might even be a chance to ask us some questions that you normally wouldn't get to ask because of our policies here. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. So, something to think about. And I hope you do join us there because, like I said, she's a wonderful person and supremely talented. And I will talk to you more about that all this week. I'm going to bring it up on every live stream this week so that you guys know that's happening. So that's enough about it for now. I do want to say I feel really bad about the fact that I always have to put like a disclaimer on my recommendations of Sara Donner. I feel really bad about that. I'm apologizing, I guess, to her or to her fans that know us both. Um, I wish I didn't need to do that, but I'm not saying I wish she weren't not safe for work. They're not safe for kids sometimes. I don't know. I appreciate that a lot about her, actually. I like that about her. I like that she runs that kind of a show. I think there's a need for it. And I think it's a lot of fun for the people that enjoy that kind of thing. And I am one of those people for sure. I really enjoy everything she does. So it makes me feel bad that I have to put a disclaimer on it, but I absolutely do, because I don't want anybody to go in expecting it to be just like Kitten Academy and find out that, now they've got to explain things to their kids. So, all right, enough about that. I wanted to say I apologize for apologizing. No, I apologize for disclaimerizing. I don't know. I'm sorry for everything, everybody. Just everything, everybody. I'm sorry. Okay? There we go. Covered it. Totally covered. You're coming awake now, Banter. You're eating some toe jam for breakfast. Toe jam. We should get some weights before it gets too far on because we're coming up on 25 minutes, and by the time we get to 30 minutes, we should be done. And we're not yet. So let's see if I can't get these kids weighed. Banter size. Look, we're already back to banter size. There's somebody bark in the hallway there. I guess somebody causing some trouble out there. Oh, a little standoff. Oh, look at that. Did you see that pounce? Very advanced pounce from Blarney. Kids walking around like it was nothing. Oh my gosh, like a week ago, you hardly knew how to stand up. Now they're everywhere. What's up, Blarney? You gonna take down a giraffe? Old move, buddy. All right, let's get this scale on. Oh, I gotta get everything off of the scale. All right, let me point the camera this way while I take all this garbage off the scale. Okay, now let's turn this on. Oh, hello, scale. All right, let's weigh some babies. We can start right here with Banter. Banter, here you go. Just stand right there for a second. I know that's strange. Oh, you've never seen that before without the blanket on it. Who is that? Who is that handsome kitten who weighs 20.1 ounces? 20.1, my goodness. All right, okay. You don't have to come off of there. I got you. 20.1 ounces for Banter. That's good. All right, and Blarney's right here, so we'll move right on to Blarney. Come here, Blarney. Stand right there for a second. Oh, who's that handsome kitten? Blarney weighs 18.7 today. Okay, Blarney, come on. And then, where is Scuttlebutt? Scuttlebutt's over by the litter boxes. Come here, Scuttlebutt. Come here. Let's get you weighed, little Scuttlebutt. What do you see? 19.2. Good. Okay, Gabby, we'll weigh you too, just so you don't feel left out. We got to switch to pounds for her, though, because we always weigh the mom cats in pounds, because we just can't do anything the easy way. Why does that say? Oh, it says 1.2. I'm like, 12 pounds? That's not right. 1.2 is right, though. Okay. Gabby, you want to get weighed too? Come here. Come here. Let's put you up here for just 1 minute. Stand right on there. I know. Wait. Don't go away yet. Okay, stand right there. 8.62. 8.62 is not bad. That's about what I would expect. That means you're holding steady. Good. Well, we didn't say goodbye to the scale. I know we gotta do this thing right, don't we? Yes, we do. Gabby's got so much to say. All right, let's do this. Bye. Okay, there. Now we got it. Well, everybody, it's time for me to start wrapping this up. So let me start by saying thank you all so much for watching the kittens this morning with me. I really appreciate your company in the morning. It means a lot to me. It really does. And thanks for the chatting and the questions and everything that everybody has to say. I appreciate it. Even if I don't get to read it all, I do try. And thanks to the mods for modding, of course. Yes, thank you to the mods, not just for modding, but for always posting links and following up on the crazy stuff, whatever I'm rambling about. I really appreciate all of you guys managing that. That also means a lot to me. Finally, just a quick recap for anybody coming in at the last minute who wants to know what's up. For Logan and Custard, we don't know yet. We're waiting on the results of blood work and a urine analysis, which should be coming today. So by tomorrow, I'll be able to let you know everything. Also, don't forget that tomorrow, Belle's kids go to the vet for their spays, all three of them. So they'll be out all day tomorrow. And finally, don't forget that we will be on Sara Donner's weekly Quarantina-Palooza live stream this Saturday. It starts at 7, and you could definitely watch the whole thing. But we're expected to be on the show about 7:45 for a Q&A, potentially NSFW Q&A, which is a lot of letters. So we are very lettered people. That's it, everybody. Blarney, I'm dying with anticipation here. You going to come down from there or what? Okay, I guess not. I guess this is it. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's it. Thanks, everybody. I guess if you want to see how this ends, you're just going to have to watch on the regular Kitten Academy live stream where these kids will be. Oh, there we go. Where these kids will be all day long. Junior camera operators. I'm not promising the Q&A is going to be NSFW. I just thought it would make a good joke and way to just sort of point out that it may not be safe for kids. So, okay, that's it. I just, because I see people in the chat, what, NSFW Q&A? Yeah, okay, well, anyway. Thanks. We'll talk more about that every day this week, I promise, because I'm excited about it and I want you all to be excited about it. And that's it. That is it. I will see you guys on the close-up tomorrow, and you can watch these kittens right meow on the Kitten Academy live stream. Yes, Blarney, Banter. Yes, Banter. That's Banter. Banter's here trying to play with the camera from the other side. Okay, they're so cute. I'm really done though. I gotta go do other things. I gotta call my mom and all the stuff. No matter how cute they're being. Just stop being cute for a minute so I can stop filming, please. Not gonna happen. I just gotta end it like ripping off a band-aid. Gotta do it quick.